All right, my people, happy Independence Day, Jamaica. I guess. All right. Welcome to the channel once more time, my powerful MVP family. Thank you so much for supporting Miss Bev's productions. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your respect. Thank you for your support. Today we're going to talk a little bit about independence. Took me a while this morning to just put my full thoughts together. And as I was setting up, I was listening to another person. She talks about the struggles in Jamaica, and I smiled because my topic today is really, we know it's Independence Day, that's what it is on paper. We know in 1962 we get independence, but really, tell me honestly, is Jamaica really free? So watch the video, guys. Leave your comments. I tried to respond to all the comments, and the more respectful, even if you disagree, then just make it respectful, and let's just have a conversation. But welcome to all of you who have watched the videos and have chosen to watch the videos, and those of you who have loved it, like them, and those of you who didn't even like them, thank you for visiting the channel. So today we're going to look at Independence Day in Jamaica. August 6, 1962. We know I was only 2 years old at that time. 2 years old. And that is the day that we all raised our black, green, and gold flag high up in the skies, right? And we were proud, so proud, because a declaration to the world that we're free and we're a sovereign nation was displayed. But today, 63 years later, I really, when I've been there, growing up there, I visited there, I returned, and I just want to ask a question: are we really free? Are we really independent? We might be free, yes, but are we really independent? Because that was the main thing, right? We wanted to be independent. We wanted our own government. We wanted all these things. And 1962, we got it. But how independent are we? 1962, we stepped away from the British colonial rule. And we gained our own constitution, our own prime minister, and a seat at the global table, at the big table. We want to be seen. We want to be known. And we were filled with so much hope. Everybody was hopeful. And that we had this newfound freedom. And that this kind of freedom would make us better than being under the British rule. We thought this newfound freedom will bring us prosperity, equality, and pride for all Jamaicans. It wasn't for some. Remember what our motto said for Jamaica? Out of many, one people. We're supposed to be one people. One. Not two. Not two. But we were supposed to be one people. Right? But let's look at what independence means now. Right? Independence, is it just a flag and an anthem? Eternal Father, bless our land. Right? Is it merely the absence of colonial rulers? Or is it about a people standing on their own 2 feet, financially, politically, and morally? A lot of us leave off the last one, A lot of us leave off the moral part. Right? A lot of us, we're standing financially. We're standing. And we know what the politics in Jamaica is. So we have them 2 components here, which again, right? Who is it there for? Is it independence for all people in Jamaica? Or is it just independence for a few? So, today, look at where we are. We've been independent now for 63 years. So yeah, Gotta have the people who are going to say, yes, but other countries are that, and other countries are this, and other countries are that. Yeah, but Jamaica was doing well for a while until greed took over. Then the corruption becomes more. Jamaica is a small dot on the map. Small dot. The amount of corruption and all the other things that are choking Jamaica, it shouldn't have been so massive. So let's look what we are working with today, what we are fighting with. And the poor gets poorer and they get more oppressed. Because these are the things we're fighting with. The heavy foreign debt. Yeah, all other countries have the foreign debt, but they have the resources to battle what they need to battle. Jamaica have a tourism, and look at the crime in Jamaica, and people are talking about, oh, please be careful when you go to Jamaica. People used to say, man, when last time, have you ever been to Jamaica? You need to visit. You need to go to Montego Bay. You need to go. Remember when they had hedonism 1 and 2 in Negril? Oh, guys, you just engage. You just go to hedonism 2. I was a big. And I still love Jamaica. And I still will talk to my colleagues about, have you visited Ocho Rios? But the things we're fighting with in Jamaica, the heavy foreign debt, the imported goods, more than the homegrown goods. So many farmers with their stuff just rotting in the field, while people are importing all sorts of things from abroad. The corruption and the mismanagement of the revenue in Jamaica. The struggling healthcare system. Education systems relying on donors and other people to help fund their system. Remember in Jamaica to spit out some of the best and the brightest. And now you have poor parents can't even buy a textbook for them picnic at school. Crime, stealing the lives of the young people, older people, returning people who are just returning to live their life after they work hard. And we still have land owned by the very forces we claim independence from. Why is that? Why is it that still foreigners own so much of Jamaica's land? If we're independent, if we're an independent place, people can't walk in America and come on American land like that. They can't do that. I don't know for the other Caribbean islands, but we as Jamaican, I said, we sit there until we owned nothing. We don't have anything to say. Jamaica, telephone. What? Jamaica, airport or whatever. They have the name says, but who are the people funding behind it? We had Butch Stewart who had taken over some of the champagne. When you travel on Air Jamaica, this was the champagne flights. And then all of a sudden, all the planes flying in and out of Jamaica. Nothing owned by Jamaica. Not one of them. And still, we're so independent, and people, you do videos and they cuss you out and them say all manner of things. But our people migrate to other countries to find better. Why can't we build up our space so that people want to stay there? How independent can we be if our best minds are leaving to serve elsewhere? Our best, always gone somewhere else. But we say we're independent. We're so independent, we don't need anybody. We can stand on our own. That's what our black, green, and gold stands for. That's the pride in our black, green, and gold, that we should have been independent. But yet, look at how much of our space people own. As Life with Bev Brown said this morning, you need to go to a beach in Jamaica, you got to pay to go to a beach on your own island. Pay money to foreign people who come in and own some of the best pieces of land. When you go into Nain, every time I see, I remember driving through. I didn't go often in Black River, but when I started in my older age going back to see Granny them and stuff, and if you say we're going down to Treasure Beach to hang out or something like that, or when you see the properties that sugar people, they came and they discovered and they started building. But they had the best land, the nice flat land. We were living up in the hills, up in the mountains. Have to navigate so much corners to get up into Springfield. But when you come down and you see all of that they owned and still owned today, but we say we're independent. Jamaica, talk to me. So, the spirit of Jamaica, of Jamaican people, is undeniable, right? We shine across the globe in our music, in our sports, academia, and innovation. Some of the best and the brightest. But they run away to be the best and the brightest in other people's countries. We are a resilient, talented, and brilliant people, right? And we build from little. So many people, they would start that one room and they put up the little block and then do again and then find some little woman and then buy the next 100 block. And it take them a long time. Some of the houses, you look at the building blocks and look how old they are. People trying to build for a long time. We create beauty from struggle. And we still say, we're little but we're Talawa. Oh, that's true. Jamaicans with the struggles of so many. Not those who come. People say I'm talking against people building big houses. I'm not talking against anybody. I am just saying that people going home when they have the money to buy this and to buy their way back on the island. It's easier for them. A person who wants to come in the real way and to pay for what they have, like pay the fees, so the government, the money is going back into the government, into the system. They find more fighting than those people who come in and just give up the money. Oh, guys, may have a thing coming in. How much me need you to find a couple men to help me get it off? Because, give me 100,000 bills. And because them easily can find it and pay off people, them get them something and them bill up and them do what them do. But the person who decide that, no, I'm not paying you, I'm not going to pay bribe money to get my stuff, is a person whose things they give them the runaround, give them the runaround, give them the runaround. And that is how the country is. That's the reality. For those who want to sit there and say, oh, you don't like Jamaica, you don't this, you don't that. I love Jamaica, I just don't like how things are running in Jamaica. And they say, yeah, the strong survive. But it's not the strong, it's the money. It's the money. However they make the money, that's what talks. And the bullcrap walks, because you who work honestly and decent jobs and you're going and you try to do the right thing, you get pushed to the side very quickly and very easily. And there's nobody to complain to. Because they'll just laugh at you. Because I don't say it go anymore. No. Oh, it is, hey, you either get a ticket or you pay and you go on where you go. That's the kind of system they have. You say, well, I'm going to fight it. They know you're foreigner, you're on a vacation. You're not going to sit there to fight no ticket in the court system. So they target people. And they make sure you rent a car, okay, you're going to get a ticket. Because we know you're not going to stay if you go to court. So therefore, them just do what them do, and the next thing you end up paying them money just to not make you have problems to deal with. It is so sad. And it will never get better, because this is what the norm has become. If you can't pay, you're something them stay in a wharf till it's rotten. But you can peel off, that's what them call it. peel off something, man, and then you get through. How kind of independence we're talking about? So, the Independence Day, for this Independence Day and beyond, guys, let's not just wave flags and eat and drink and dance. A lot of people out there today drink and carry on, and then by tomorrow morning they get up and wonder how them picnic go to school, how them go buy books and them picnic go to school. Today, the Kayla's people reach out to me, and the lady, the woman's daughter said, "You can call. I'm off today. You can call if you want to." And as soon as I saw the message, I called Kayla. I called him right away. And it was such a pleasure to hear Kayla. She's stronger now and her voice is strong and she's having conversations with me. And I'm so thankful, that she didn't go back to the quiet Kayla. That she's a bright and awake and it makes me feel good. But she has them there and she said, "We're not going anywhere. I have them with their books. She's helping the little one. The little one is helping her." And so it is just a blessing. And she said, we got all of her books. She said, "Miss Bev, God bless you. We got all of her books and there was money left so we could have gotten some of the other little girls' books as well." Who could it be but God? They got her book bag and she loves it. They said the lady picked it up and gave it to her and she loves it. Because I said, "Oh God, she might not like it because, they want to look at fancy foolishness that values nothing and tears up so quickly." But they said she loves it. And she has all her books. But God is good. And so if we have each one, just adopt one of these little kids. You don't have to adopt them on paper. But just say, "You know what? I'm going to leave a voucher for her to go get her books. Or you know what? I'm going to leave a voucher at the supermarket so that she can get some food." And I told her, I said, I didn't look at the PATH program or whatever they call it. I said, "Go check it out. Maybe if it's in for the bus fare, that can come in handy to help out with. I send the food when, whatever it is, I'll send. But you go ahead, check that out and see if they'll give you a little something so it will help with their car fare for school." So when many are jumping and prancing today and doing, their minds are worried about not being able to get their kids ready for school. So let us just not wave the flag and eat and drink and be merry. But let us reflect, and let us reflect deeply, guys. Let us rethink what freedom means. What does freedom means? What does independence means? Let us reignite our duty to build Jamaica, man, not just to love it from afar. And that's the problem. A lot of us will love it, but we do nothing to help build it up. If you build up one child, help that child so they can be successful in school. If so much of us just come think about it and do it, you know how much more kids, they might come up and run away, but you know what? They're not going to pick up the gun. That's the thing. That's the difference. They might come and after them get the medication and run gone, the next country going to look better. But they're hopeful they probably wouldn't take up the gun. So let us reignite our duty to build Jamaica, not just to love it from a distance. Are we truly independent, or are we simply free to struggle without a hand to hold? That's the reality of many. Just struggling and there's nobody, no one, no hand to hold, no prime minister. When them do go out there and do anything, it's because election is near. And that's when them show up and, hey, But after that, business as usual, it's just the foreigners and who else is coming to take over this and who else is coming to take over that. And where's the revenue going? So my people, let me say, Happy Independence Day, Jamaica again. But let us not just celebrate the day, let us build the nation. Let us build. Because true independence isn't handed to us, it is earned. And once we get it, we protect it. And once we start protecting it, we preserve it. So, raise a flag, but lift your mind. True freedom's not just left behind. It's more than colors, bold and bright. It's justice, truth, and people's right. Not just a date or marching band, but jobs and schools and healing hands. It's every youth with the hope to climb. It is every youth with the hope to climb, not trapped in chains we have failed to find, not trapped in desperation, not trapped in oppression, not trapped in all these things that push them to do the things that they're doing, to make them become so vicious, to make them bleach out themselves because their self-esteem is not there, is low, to let those things that allow them to join with gangs, and they're quick to pick up a gun and say, yes, here I am, send me. Here I am, I'll go do the dirty job. Here I am, I'll go cut the throat. I'll go pump 15 bullets. Here I am. I'm willing and ready because there's nothing left for me. There's no hope left for me. Help them out of these chains that they're trapped in and give them hope. Make education affordable. Make education optional so kids can get a chance in life, a future. If you give them a fair chance and they fail, it's up to them. They can't blame anybody. But right now, can we say we have given them a fair chance? That's a question for the people of Jamaica to answer. Because when I say it, they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm talking nonsense. But are we giving these young people a fair chance? People might say, don't do. But you do. And you give opportunities. People are trying, you help them up. Let them act the fool. But then you can walk away and say, I did my part. I did my part. But when you see struggles and you feel good, you're sitting eating your steak, eating your big steak and your mashed potato and your gravy, and you see the poor kid there, and you see a mother there, and the most you can say, well, you can have them for if you're going to take care of them. Kids are our future. If we're not helping them to be resilient and strong-willed, and if we're not believing in them so they can achieve, what is tomorrow going to look like? More foreigners coming in and taking over because they're making sure their kids are okay. So let us understand, guys, independence lives not in just a day to jump and carry on, but in the choices we make each way. So let us build, let us protect, defend Jamaica's soul until the end. We can't give up. We can't settle for less. We have to be there. We have to be present. And whether we are near or far, we can be effective. We can be effective. We look at people and we say, oh yeah, Jamaica, they're so ungrateful. Yes, they are. I go home, I experience it. I experience it, and not only from the regular people, but from professionals. Ungrateful reeks to the hells. Not the heavens, the hell. That's how ungrateful they are. They're not thankful. It's like you owe them something. But at the same time, we want to make sure that those who can get some help, we give it to them and we keep going. We keep going. So happy Independence Day again, my people. I'm trying to find the right lighting in this house. I don't know. The lights are there and they're bright and shiny, but I don't know if it's me, don't understand how to use it. So today I didn't dress up in no black, green, and gold. I left my shirt. I don't even know where I left my black, green, and gold Jamaica shirt. But guys, I have my black, I have my green, and there's some yellow here. And it's still representing. Because it's not about the colors. It is about what we give back to the little island called Jamaica. If it can't be good, be careful. Walk good, do good, live good. Welcome again to all of you who have really been just making my channel blossom and bloom. And thank you so, so much for your love and your support. Again, for those of you who are giving guidance, thank you. Because I do appreciate it. I do understand it. I have to take every bit of it, because I am different, I want to see children getting opportunities. And so, yes, they're ungrateful, they're unthankful, but the little kids, they live what they learn. They learn what they live. And so sometimes you have to overlook the grown ones and just give the little ones a chance, because they might come out and make some good changes. So I'm going to sign off now, because I guess 26 minutes is enough. But I just wanted us to just think as we eat our big meals today, and we laugh and we have our big fun and all of that. We talk about independence, but what does independence truly mean? I just want us to reflect on that word, independence. Thank you again for watching. Please leave a comment and please share the video. And please give a thumbs up, guys. Give a thumbs up. I truly appreciate you. That's so you can support Miss Bev. Thank you.
We still live in separate Jamaicas. Uptown, downtown, midtown, around town, rural town. We live different lives and we live in different worlds, in different bubbles. And too often we misunderstand and we misjudge one another based solely on how someone talk, who their parents are, what address they come from, which school them did go. And we're told that we're one people. But do we live it? And that, I believe, is where the gaping wound begins. That pain, that animosity, because many of our problems we face in Jamaica today, it's not just about economics or crime or corruption. At their root, they come from how we see or fail to see each other. And that has always bothered me, because I believe that until we create real spaces for dialogue and real human connection, we will never move forward as one people. Because that is the first real step towards acceptance, towards any kind of self-respect, justice, to unity in this country. And the truth be told, the Jamaica I grew up in and still grew up in, we've never really lived up to our motto. We love to quote it, out of many one people. And guess what? I saw race segregation and class segregation personally. My Lebanese father from Kingston decided to take a chance and marry my Afro-Chinese mother from St. Catherine. And that marriage carried judgment. Sometimes it was quiet, sometimes it was very loud, but it was real and I was at the center of it. But that's a story for another day. What I want to say is this: love and hate cannot and never be friends. We can't claim pride in our culture and then we turn our backs on each other. We can't truly celebrate emancipation while quietly protecting these kinds of divisions. Which is one of the reasons why in 2012, when I introduced the park and shuttle system from King's House to the National Arena during the Jamaica 50 celebrations, it wasn't about traffic or logistics, it was about intention. I wanted the child from Jungle to sit beside the child from Cherry Gardens. I wanted the girl from Denham Town to dance beside the boy from Norbrook. I gave one instruction to my team every single day. I don't want a VIP section. I don't want a VVIP section. I just want one section, JP, Jamaican people. And for 6 days, from July 31 to August 6th in 2012, that's exactly what happened. There were no incidences, no hierarchy, no walls, just good food, music, laughter, togetherness. I still get goosebumps thinking about it because it remains one of my proudest moments as a Minister of Culture, because the unity I saw that was free, you didn't even have to pay for it. And why? Because when people can experience each other without filters, without fences, something shifts. understanding begins. And where there is understanding, there is hope. And because without it, that's where resentment grows. And we keep walking past each other with our eyes wide open, but seeing nothing. Because sometimes when I look at places like Manor Park Plaza, organized, pristine, developed, and then I drive around by the gully, by the traffic light, and I see our people, our mothers and our children waiting in the heat, in the rain, with no shelter, some tarpaulin for the vendors that were down by the market. And then I say, okay, we will build it. Then it gets caught up between the NWA and the Ministry of Local Government. That's what happens. That's not a planning issue. That's a humanity issue. And a symptom of how numb we've become in the lives of just Jamaicans, and it has to stop. Because emancipation didn't just free us from chains. It challenged us to build something better for everyone, not just for some. And our journey has always been marked by strength of purpose. We're the architects of our own freedom. And that freedom isn't silent, it's screaming. It's screaming at all of us to do the right thing, to uplift our people without fear, without tribalism, without one-upmanship. And so, yeah, I'm Jamaican. And I know this because I know we are a mobilizing people. All of us, we're assertive, we're unapologetic. We don't crumble in the face of adversity. You ever see a Jamaican walk in the world yet? You know us. And we never allow our history or hierarchy to bludgeon our hope or the hopes of other people into submission. So now is the time to listen again, to act with courage, to act with conscience, because emancipation is not just memory. It is a mandate. So I ask you, what are you doing to dismantle division? What are you doing to ensure that no child grows up in this country believing that their value and their humanness depends on their address? And no, it's not the time for quiet reflection. It's a time for loud, deliberate action. So let's stop walking backwards into our future with our eyes wide shut. And let's start believing the Jamaica that we say we believe in. Happy emancipation.